one talks about this. When men struggle, the world looks away. No comments, no support, no safety net. And it is getting worse, not better. Today, we are saying the quiet part out loud. Men's suffering is everywhere. You see it at work, on the street, online, in silence, but almost no one asks how men are really doing. From a young age, boys learn one rule: do not complain, do not cry, handle it yourself. That rule does not fade with age. It hardens. When a man loses his job, people say, try harder. When a man feels lonely, people say, man up. When a man breaks down, people say nothing at all. Society treats male pain like background noise. Always there, never important. Look at the numbers. Men die by suicide far more often than women. Men are more likely to work dangerous jobs. Men are more likely to die alone. Men are less likely to ask for help, not because they do not need it, but because they are punished when they do. And yet, when this is mentioned, the response is cold. Some say, that is your problem. Some say, others have it worse. Some laugh. Imagine telling any other group to suffer quietly. It would not be accepted. But with men, it is normal. A man can spend years carrying stress, fear, and shame without a single check-in. Friends assume he is fine. Family assumes he is strong. The world assumes he will deal with it. Many do not. This is why men withdraw. From dating, from friendships, from society itself. Not because they hate people, because opening up has taught them it is unsafe. When men speak about loneliness, they are mocked. When they speak about unfair treatment, they are dismissed. When they speak about pain, they are ignored. So they stop speaking, and silence becomes the norm. This is not about blaming women. This is not about competing over who suffers more. This is about recognizing a real problem that is being brushed aside. Healthy societies do not tell half their population to shut up and endure. Men need space to be human, to fail, to feel, to ask for help without shame. If you are a man watching this and struggling, you are not weak. You are responding to pressure that was never meant to be carried alone. If you know a man who has gone quiet, check on him. Not with jokes, not with advice, just with presence. And if this video made you uncomfortable, that matters too. Discomfort often means truth is being touched. Men's suffering is real. It is common, and ignoring it is costing lives. If you believe this conversation matters, share this video. Talk about it. Break the silence. The silence does not end when the video ends. It follows men home. It sits with them at night. It grows louder when the lights go off. A man can laugh all day and still feel empty. He can provide, perform, succeed, and still feel invisible. The world praises results, not the cost it takes to reach them. Many men wake up already tired, not from work alone, from carrying expectations that never stop. Be strong. Be useful. Be calm. Do not need too much. Do not feel too much. There is no finish line. No moment where someone says, "You have done enough." So men cope quietly. Some distract themselves with work. Some escape into screens. Some numb themselves. Some shut down completely. And when they finally break, people act surprised. They say, "He never said anything. He seemed fine." No one noticed the slow withdrawal, the shorter replies, the missed calls, the absence behind the smile. This is how suffering hides in plain sight. Men are not taught how to talk about pain. They are taught how to survive it alone. And survival is mistaken for health. But surviving is not living. A society that ignores male pain creates men who disappear emotionally long before they disappear physically. Disconnected, guarded, exhausted, this damage does not stay isolated. It affects families, relationships, communities, children who grow up learning the same silence. Nothing changes if the conversation stays uncomfortable and unfinished. Real strength is not silence. It is honesty. It is being able to say, "I am not okay," without fear of being ridiculed or dismissed. This story is not over, not even close, because right now, someone watching this is holding everything together by force, telling himself to last one more day, one more week, one more year, and he deserves more than endurance. This will continue. The stories, the truth, the parts no one wants to hear, because until men are allowed to speak without punishment, the silence will keep growing. The quiet keeps spreading because it is rewarded. Men who stay silent are called reliable. Men who endure are called strong. Men who collapse are forgotten. Pain becomes a private habit. You learn how to hide it. You learn when to smile. You learn which words never to say. Over time, that hiding changes a man. He becomes careful. He becomes distant. He stops expecting care from anyone. Not because he does not want it, because wanting it has hurt him before. When men reach out, the response is often shallow. A joke, a quick fix, a reminder that others have it worse. So they pull their hand back. This is how trust erodes, not in one moment, but over years. Men are told to be leaders, protectors, providers, but rarely are they asked who protects them, who listens when the armor cracks, who stays when usefulness fades. Many men feel valued only for what they produce. Money, labor, solutions. Remove those, and the attention disappears. This teaches a dangerous lesson. Your worth is conditional. Your feelings are optional. Your needs are inconvenient. So men shrink their needs until they fit into silence. Loneliness does not always look like isolation. Sometimes it looks like a busy schedule, a full house, a loud room, and still feeling alone. This is why some men give up on connection. Dating feels risky. Friendship feels fragile. Opening up feels like stepping into traffic. Rejection teaches caution. Mockery teaches withdrawal. Indifference teaches numbness. Over time, numbness feels safer than hope. But numbness has a cost. It dulls joy. It dulls purpose. It dulls the will to keep trying. This is where the danger lies. Not in anger, not in sadness, in emptiness. A man who feels nothing has little reason to stay. That is why this matters. Not as a trend, not as a debate, as a reality that is unfolding quietly. Change will not come from shamming men to speak. It will come from making it safe when they do. Listening without correcting, caring without conditions, taking male pain seriously, even when it is uncomfortable. This is not about excuses. It is about honesty. Men do not need to be fixed. They need to be heard. At some point, silence stops being a choice. It becomes a reflex. A man learns to measure every word. He scans the room before he speaks. He edits himself in real time, not because he is dishonest, because honesty has consequences. He has seen what happens to men who speak too plainly. They are called weak. They are told to toughen up. They are quietly pushed aside. So he adapts. He keeps conversations light. He answers fine when asked how he is. He becomes good at sounding okay. Inside, pressure keeps building. Stress stacks on stress. Bills, expectations, a sense that time is running out and nothing is improving. There is no pause button. Life keeps demanding while offering little relief. Men are rarely allowed to fall apart slowly. They are expected to hold the line until they cannot anymore. When they finally break, people call it sudden. It was not sudden. It was delayed. Years of being unheard do not vanish. They settle deep. They shape how a man sees himself. He starts to believe his pain is boring, that his struggles are normal, and therefore unworthy of care, that asking for help is a burden. So he becomes self-contained, independent, isolated. Independence is praised. Isolation is ignored. The danger is not that men feel pain. The danger is that they stop believing anyone wants to hear about it. That belief changes behavior. Men stop reaching out, stop building new bonds, stop repairing old ones. They disappear socially before they disappear physically. And when someone finally notices, it is often too late. This is why awareness alone is not enough. Posting slogans changes nothing if real responses stay cold. What men need is consistency. Someone who listens more than once. Someone who does not vanish after the first heavy conversation. Trust is built slowly, especially after it has been broken. Men are not asking to be centered. They are asking not to be erased. They are asking for room to exist without performing strength every second, for permission to be tired without being judged, for support that does not come with ridicule. This story continues because the pattern continues. A world that tells men they are disposable should not be surprised when men begin to feel that way. There is still more beneath this, more layers, more truths that are uncomfortable to face. And until those truths are allowed into the open, the silence will keep doing what it always does. Eventually, a man learns that showing effort is safer than showing emotion. Work harder, stay busy, stay useful. Busyness becomes armor. If he is tired, at least he is productive. If he is empty, at least he is needed. If he is hurting, at least no one can say he did nothing. This is how worth gets confused with output. Rest feels undeserved. Joy feels temporary. Peace feels suspicious. Even good moments carry pressure. Do not mess this up. Do not fall behind. Do not relax too much. So the body stays tense. The mind never fully shuts off. Men carry stress in quiet ways, in clenched jaws, in short tempers they hate themselves for, in sleepless nights where thoughts circle the same fears. What if this is all there is? What if I fail? What if I am already too far behind? There is no language for this taught early, no place where men are told, this is normal and you are not broken. Instead, they hear comparison. Someone else works longer hours. Someone else has bigger problems. Someone else handles it better. Comparison does not heal. It isolates. So men shrink their struggles again. They decide to deal with it alone. They convince themselves it will pass. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it hardens. Over time, emotions dull. Not just pain, but excitement too. Hope fades quietly, not in a dramatic moment, but through neglect. This is when life starts to feel gray. Not terrible, just heavy, just endless. And that is dangerous, because despair does not always scream. Often it whispers, why try? Why care? Why keep pushing? No one notices whispers. The world reacts only when something breaks loudly. But long before that, there were signs. A man stopped making plans, stopped dreaming, stopped imagining a future that felt worth reaching. This is why listening matters early, before silence becomes identity, before numbness becomes normal. Men do not need permission to dominate or control. They need permission to be human without penalty, to feel lost without being shamed, to ask for help without losing respect, to rest without guilt. This continues because the lesson keeps being taught. Be strong alone, or be silent. But silence is not neutral. It teaches men that they do not matter unless they are useful. That belief shapes choices. It shapes relationships. It shapes whether a man stays or slowly checks out of life. There is more coming, more truth, more parts that people prefer to avoid.